So so when I was I don't know, 15, 16, 15, 16, I was introduced to this place called the American Youth Foundation, and they had this cheer, and I don't know if it was how long it had been around. I mean, it was my first time hearing it or whatnot. And basically it goes, fantastic, terrific, great, all day long, right? And so I've incorporated that into a number of my workshops. So it depends on like what the tenor of the presentation is, and so I do that. And so this last time I did it with a group of dentists, and it was for their kind of annual ethics and bias training kind of thing, right? So I have them do it, and I set it up like, so the story I use, I'll just go ahead and do it, is when I was in high school, I would teach to the test, right? So we would go Monday through Thursday, we would go on, do the curriculum, and then on Friday we'd have a pop quiz. And the joke is that I had middle school and high school students who were always surprised that we had a test on Friday, like a pop quiz, but it was scheduled, like every week it was the same thing, right? So that's how I set it up. And so I tell them, this is the answer to the test, and blah 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 blah. So I'm doing this, and it was very interesting. So these dentists are like, what? And so some folks are sitting down, but I ask people if they can stand and participate, and we do the practice, fantastic, terrific, great. And so a lot of people, so a number of these folks are looking at me sideways like, I'm not doing that. That's dumb. That's goofy. It's, or that's silly. And I'm not here. I'm not silly. So why would I? And so so we did it, and we talk about it. And then finally we process the piece. And what I remind them of, and particularly these were dentists. So I remind them of the fact that when people come to them for help, first of all, that's a vulnerable experience. So they expect people to be vulnerable, but they're not willing to be vulnerable themselves. But I don't lay that guilt trip thing on them, but I do bring it up, right? So how can you expect vulnerability if you're not willing to, whatever. So there's that. And then there's the activity itself. And so I asked people, how many people thought that was goofy? How many people were uncomfortable with that? And blah, blah, blah. And so people raise their hands and nod and give suggestions. And then I want them to think about the people and the clients that come to them. So what do those people experience coming into their spaces? And I just want you to think about, in the ways in which you interact. Are there some things that we ask people to do, or ways that we approach being with them that may seem goofy, strange, uncomfortable, and are we willing to recognize what that feeling is for us? And so I would suggest that to kind of get in contact or connection with the people that you're serving, do something courageous, do something goofy, do something out of the ordinary that will allow you to be vulnerable in ways that can help you better relate to the people that you serve. And so for me in that session, it is the fantastic, terrific, great, all day long. But for you, it may be something different. It may be going to eat someplace or building a relationship with someone that you don't know. But I would encourage you as a thinking, growing human being to do something that makes you nervous. I'm not saying that you need to, push the bounds of psychological safety, but do something that that puts you in a vulnerable position so that you can learn what that is as you seek to relate to the people that you serve. I'm Andre Koen. That's it for today. Please catch us on social media. You know how to find KOEN in whatever ways you want to find it. I'm out there, and I look forward to seeing who you become. All right, peace.